Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying with Air Humber tonight. We are currently experiencing a little bit of turbulence. We kindly ask that you keep your seatbelts fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. In the interest of everyone's safety, we kindly remind you that smoking is prohibited on board, and we ask that you set your mobile devices to airplane mode and silence them for the duration of the flight. A reminder to please keep your hands and feet inside the aircraft at all times. Once again, thank you for flying Air Humber, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Thank you all so much for coming out. So great to see everyone. So many familiar faces. Hey, everyone. My name is Brandon Terrio, and this is my final recital. Thank you all for coming out. That was a little-known song by a band called ABCD. I think it's AC/DC. That's what it is. Yeah, that was a song called Thunderstruck, and I had the pleasure of trying to put that together over the past several months, and it still has some way to go. But it's such a pleasure to debut it for you guys tonight. Is there anyone from out of town who traveled from outside of Toronto today? Yeah, nice. Oh, okay. Right on, right on. Anyone from Northern Ontario? Yeah, we all know where this is going. Awesome, awesome. Well, this next piece is original of mine. It's a song I wrote that I'd like to dedicate to my hometown of Timmins, Ontario. For anyone who doesn't know where Timmins is, it's 4 hours north of Sudbury, or North Bay as well. And it's got a really rich history of mining in this community. It's a small mining town. And I'd like to dedicate this song to the mining and the incredible history that's gone on in that city and pay tribute to my hometown. So without further ado, this is my original composition, The Gold Rush Rag. I'd like to take a minute and give another round of applause for our amazing guest performer tonight. Her name is Victoria Scott, and just come all the way from Sheridan College. And let's give her a big round of applause. So we started off in Sydney, Australia, and then we moved to Timmins. And with this last piece, we moved to, we were in Berlin. So we're going to stay in Berlin and go to France next. Is it time to do our thing? Okay, let's do it. Thank you all again for coming out. Let's give it one more round of applause for our great Bertuzza, who did mime for us. He's an acting student for film at Seneca College. So let's give him one round of applause for being so amazing. Thank you, Bertuzza. For this next piece, we're going to be traveling out of Europe this time, and we're going to go to South America, to the great city of Rio de Janeiro. I don't know if anyone here has been to South America. Any hands? Okay, one, two. There's a few. Okay, I'll count it. So we're going to be going there, and while we're down there, I managed to find this really great band that works down there, and I'm going to invite them up on stage with me now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bossa Boys. They didn't agree on the name. So this next piece we're gonna play for you guys is an original of mine called Bossa for a Starry Night, and I hope you enjoy it. so much younger than today. I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now those days are gone and I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I've changed my mind, I've opened up the doors. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate your being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me? And now my life has changed in so many ways. My independence seems to vanish in the haze. But every now and then I feel so insecure. Now I find I need you like I've never done before. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate your being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me? So much younger than today. I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now those days are gone and I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I need you like I've never done before. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate your being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me, help me, oh, please, please help me, help me, help me. Thank you. I hope you've been enjoying your travel so far. We've been flying to a lot of different places, but I'd like to take a minute now and introduce and thank my lovely band. They started off as the Bossa Boys, which I'm sure they probably hated, and then I promoted them to backup Beatles, which is probably even worse. And but now I'd like to introduce them for the amazing individuals and musicians that they are. On my left here, on the bass, on the low-pass filter machine, we've got Kyle McLeod. Riding the bus on the drum kit, none other than Lucas Redwood. And starting off on nylon guitar, and then on electric guitar, we've got Matthew Zachary Tenedero. And last but not least, our two amazing soloists on the Beatles tune. I've never heard a Beatles rendition with the sax on it, so this is so much fun to have. We've got first on clave on the bossa tune, and then on alto sax, Joel Bracken on the left. And then on shaker and tenor sax, we've got Steve Carson. Ladies and gentlemen, one last big round of applause for the entire band, the Bossa Boys. Thank you so much. How's everybody doing so far? Yeah, you guys enjoying your travel? For this next piece, we're going to be traveling to another location. We're going to be leaving South America, and this time we're going to Japan. But before we do that, before we finish off the last leg of our journey, I'd like to take care of a few thank yous and give gratitude to the people who've helped make tonight possible. I'd like to first start off with my great friend, Eric Frechette, whose voice you've heard as the pilot in the first video. He's an amazing voice actor, and I want him to get into voice acting full time. So give him a round of applause if you enjoyed his voice so far, and if you think he should get into voice acting. And there's more coming from him, he's not done yet. I'd also like to thank my adjudicators, Andy Panacci and Mara Nasrallah. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to adjudicate me and give me critical feedback, and I look forward to looking at it. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank thank you. I'd also like to thank my instructor for this recital course. Her name is Amanda Tosoff, and she's played a very significant role in my jazz education and development as a jazz pianist over the years, so please give her a round of applause. And a very big special thank you to my private lesson teacher, my vocal coach, and my personal mentor at this point, Orville Hine. He deserves a special round of applause for a few reasons, but he has gone the extra mile in helping me put this together and brainstorm the ideas for the set. Everything with the theme to having our amazing guest performers on tonight. He helped me coordinate with them, and he's done so much for helping me make ends meet for putting this whole idea together. So big round of applause for Orville Hine. Thank you so much. And maybe you were wondering how all the sound is working in this awesome venue. Well, we've got the wizard himself. We've got our sound engineer, Andy Pride, and his sound team, Angela and Kayla. Thank you so much, guys. All of them, they're doing so much. It's however hard you think it is to put the show together, I guarantee it's probably 20 times harder from all the stuff you don't see behind the scenes that they do. And they work through blood, sweat, and tears to make it happen, and all my crazy requests, like some of the interesting objects you see behind me tonight. So thank you so much for them. And last but not least, I'd like to thank you guys all for coming. I've got my family here tonight. They flew in from Vancouver, and also originally from Timmins. I've also got my friends from Guelph and the GTA. They're also down here. They're all scattered all over the audience. Thank you for coming. And I've also got friends from the program who are also here as well. So thank you guys for showing your support. It means so much. Thank you so much. Well, we are on the last leg of our tour now, and I hope you've enjoyed your travels. I hope the airplane food wasn't too terrible. Probably nothing is not as bad as, nothing could be worse than nothing, I guess. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for not complaining too much. I'd like to invite a couple guests back on stage with me for this second last tune. And this song is a big personal favorite of mine, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And I'd like to play for you guys now. Thanks. I'd like to give one big last round of applause for our amazing guest artist, dancer and mime, Bertuzza and Victoria Scott. Please come out for one more last bow. It's okay, guys. It's okay. It's not, yeah, there we go. Thank you guys so much. They've been so great in cooperating with me this whole time. Thank you. By the way, you can check out their socials and the socials of the band members on the program. If you scan the QR code, there's a link tree with a bunch of different links. So go take the time tonight to check out their sites. They each have one. So yeah, if you'd like to show your support. We have come to that end. We have come to the last leg of our journey. For this one, we're going to be traveling. We finished traveling around the world, and although we haven't exhausted all the places yet, I'd like to take you guys to a trip into the cosmos, outside of our planet. So I hope you guys have enjoyed your stay so far. Please buckle in. It's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride on this last one. And once again, thank you for coming out.
Greetings, dear travelers. As we complete our circumnavigation of this pale blue celestial dot, I invite you to join me on a journey beyond our world. Our destination? The cosmos, a place of awe-inspiring beauty and unfathomable vastness. As you board our vessel, I urge you to let your imagination soar and envision the wonders of the solar system and the mysteries of the universe. However, I must remind you to keep your hands and feet inside the rocket and avoid any temptation to grasp the shooting stars that may cross our path. On behalf of Humber College and the music department, I extend my sincerest hopes that you will relish this expedition and revel in the grandeur of the cosmos. Thank you for flying Air Humber.
15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 8, remaining start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, returning to the space station, paving the way for future missions beyond.
That concludes our journey for today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful rest of your night and have a safe drive home. Thank you.